Hi guys, thanks for joining. My name's Mark, aka Your Babylon, and in this video today we're in the office, in my office, and we're going to cover plant pests because I've got one just here. I will zoom into that so you can see what it is, but that is spider mites on my calathea, and I'm going to show you how I treat that. I actually get them every year. I don't know how, but I managed to get rid of them and make my calatheas look amazing and keep them vibrant. So we're going to go through those steps. So first of all, you're going to need a couple of things. One, some lukewarm water with a cloth, and in that lukewarm water I've got some washing up liquid, a tiny drop of it. Don't ask me why I do that, I don't know, I've just always done that. And then I use a pesticide, and I use one that's safe for pets, humans, the works, and I use SB Plant Invigorator, which is really effective at killing spider mites and preventing them. So this is a lifesaver for lots of my plants. It kills more bugs as well than just spider mites. You actually water it down in a little spray bottle like this. So we're going to get on, and I'm going to zoom in and show you what spider mites look like, and I'm going to show you how to get rid of them. Right, so what we're looking at here is the underside of the leaf, and this is where spider mites will be, or mostly be. You know you've got spider mites because there'll be lots of little white dots, and they will look like there's tiny webbing in between them, and the damage that they do, because they actually suck the chlorophyll from the plant, if you don't get to it soon enough, you're going to notice the top side of your leaves looking very speckly. That's why I check my leaves underneath and my foliage weekly. So I've only got it on about 2 or 3 leaves. So let's just try and get a nice clear picture of what they look like. They're not really moving at the moment, but I don't care because I'm going to kill them. And what they do is, like I said, they suck the chlorophyll out there, and you're going to see lots of sticky substance from the damage that they've done. So this leaf has been damaged. This is the top side of it here. It doesn't look too bad, but as you can see, it's quite speckly just here, and it shouldn't be like that. And this is just because this bit here was facing inwards, and I couldn't see the foliage. So it's my fault, I didn't check it, and they've sprung on here, and they're making the most of it. So let's go and kill these suckers. Okay, first step is to clean the leaves. Don't just rush to a shower and blast it with water, because actually you'll probably just spread some of those spider mites into the soil, onto the lower stems and things like that. You want to go through all the foliage yourself and actually wipe clean and kill these things by hand. You don't want any evidence of them here. So this is that leaf that I showed you earlier on. I think you can just about see some of the white dots on there. So squeeze it out, it doesn't need to be dripping with water, and you're just going to wipe the underside like this and clean the affected leaves. Get right into the nooks and crannies of it as well. So under the leaf you've got that main stem that runs all the way up. You're going to need to get right in there because there's some bugs in there. So give that a good old rub. Be careful with calatheas as well, because the foliage is really delicate compared to some other plants like monsteras and philodendrons. So what you might read about putting neem oil on these plants. I don't recommend putting neem oil on any calathea. They don't seem to do well with oils or on the foliage. It seems to damage it, that's what I've noticed. I mean, if it's really small amount, I think you'll get away with it, but the rest of the plants seem to be absolutely fine. But so I have cleaned this leaf completely of those spider mites. So that's basically stage 1, and I'm going to do this for every leaf on here now, and I'm going to dip into the bucket of water and rinse it out, and then we'll move on to stage 2. Hi guys, right, so before we jump to the next step, let's just remind what we've just done. So I have used a cloth and I've vigorously When I say vigorously, I don't mean like rough as hell. I mean vigorously as in carefully, but with a tooth comb almost, cleaned all the foliage underneath and on top with a cloth of mild soapy warm water. And the bits that you need to make sure that you get are underneath and through that stem piece that comes right up through the middle of the foliage. You need to make sure you clean that well, because there'll be a lot of spider mites that hang out there. And we don't want them to hang out there, we want them to be dead and gone. So you can do this next stage in a bath, something like that. But I do it outside just because it's easier. And I'm now going to spray the underneath of all the foliage with that SB plant invigorator that I've already mixed up here. So underneath first, and then you can place it down and spray on top. Let's do that now. So I'm paying attention, I'm spinning it round like this as I do it. And I'm just drenching it in this stuff. Doesn't do any harm to it. Doesn't take that long either. So the plants I think you need to watch out for that are really susceptible to getting completely annihilated by spider mite is calathea, I don't know how you say it, Marantas and Stromanthas. They just get absolutely zapped by this pest really quickly. That's why I check these plants every week underneath the foliage. And obviously I didn't check this one good enough, did I? Because I've got spider mites on a couple of the leaves. So this stuff's harmless, as I said, that's why I use it. I mean, there's a lot of bug and pest treatments out there, but I've used this one for so long. So that's every leaf done underneath, and I'm just going to spray the stems as well. Because you don't want to rely on this stuff just to kill. That's why we did the washing and the cleaning of the foliage, because these things are really good at preventing. Because if you just sprayed an infestation, you're not actually going to get every single one, and all it takes is a couple of them just to survive, to start breeding and making more. So I've done that now, so let's stand up and I can do the tops. So I'll just give you a shot of the top of the foliage. So that's it now, completely pest free, or to my eye it is, and then I've used the SB plant invigorator underneath and all over the foliage to deal with the rest. And I will just let that dry now. It's not sticky or doesn't smell or anything. Just let it dry, and then I'm going to pop the plant back where it belongs, and I'm going to check it again in about 3 to 4 days just to see if there's something that I've missed. And then what I'm going to do in a week's time, if we're all good, is I'm just going to actually spray it again as underneath and on top as we've just done, just to try and deter anything that could come or any lingering thing that I've missed. And that's pretty much what I do, and it seems to survive, and I have nice glorious foliage like this here. So thanks for watching.